Yeah, the thing that we have noticed is that by default, this plugin used Ninja. So it detected that my system has Ninja. It used Ninja as a build automation tool. But yeah, this is good. Thank you for doing that one. But can I do this by myself? So can I force CMake to use Ninja as a build tool? Right? I just want to do it by myself. Let's move it to the trash and try to understand how can we do it. Before I show you that, I want to show you one more thing, right? So we don't need to create explicitly build by ourselves using make dir build and then check out this directory. We can do this by sitting inside the main root project root directory by simply using CMake-b command. If I say, hey, CMake-b build, I'm saying, hey, please create a build folder and configure the files. And as you have seen, it created all builds for me. And if I simply tell CMake from here right away, CMake-build inside. So here I'm saying CMake that, hey, CMake, please build whatever inside the build directory. So I'm not explicitly calling make. So CMake is doing for me because it created the make files and it knows how to generate and execute make files, and it's out there. So our main is created inside the driver folder. Everything is working fine. Awesome. Thank you, CMake. Okay, let's go back and say, oh, I was already inside this. Good. Thank you, CMake. Now I want to remove again this build folder. This time I want to create Ninja build files by myself. So I'm going to simply saying CMake that, hey, CMake, please create a build for me and please use Ninja as build automation system. My system has Ninja, right? And here we go. In fact, so at this point it created the Ninja build files for me. In fact, if I can go to the build folder and I can simply call Ninja, and as you see, main is created, and if I call driver main, it simply says hello to modern CMake. Excellent. And one more thing to do. So if I wanted to use, let me go back and then remove this again, right? And call this Ninja, right? I'm saying CMake to create a build directory and then use Ninja as a build automation system. In this case, I can simply call CMake again, --build. I am saying CMake to build whatever inside the build, right? So I didn't say Ninja or whatever because CMake already did that job for me. So it knows how to process that files, and if we hit again, as you can see, it's simply called Ninja for me. This is great for if you want to use CMake in your bash scripts or in your CI bash scripts, right? This is great news. So let's remove that one again, right? It is so easy to use. It's great. Now this time you want to check whether CMake keeps its promises inside the Windows world. Let's go. We are in the world of Windows. Now we have the same thing, right? So we have the same repo in this case. So for some reason I set some CMake files. Let me clean that one. And yeah, as you can see, I have the same thing, right? And I'm in the world of Windows now. What I'm gonna do is simply call CMake -b build, and I want to see what's happening. If I hit, oh, right away CMake detected that there's a Microsoft Visual Studio here, right? It shows MSVC as default. And then if I look at this build folder, I see some project files here and some solution files here. Inside of driver, I see this driver solution files here. But by myself, I don't know how to process this solution files. I can simply tell CMake, hey, can you please build what is inside the build folder for me? Oops. CMake is doing all this thing for me. Great. So if I go to build folder, I realize that it is inside driver. Debug is created. So if you do not indicate, it defaults, by default it creates debug for you, and then it created main.exe. So if we simply go to build driver debug and then call main.exe, and it simply says hello to modern CMake. Wow, it seems that CMake is keeping its promises, and it's awesome. It is quite easy. You know, in the world of Windows, it's CL is the compiler, and then if you do not know how to use the flags of CL, so you don't need to worry about it. So CMake is all doing all that stuff for you, which is just great news. You don't need to worry about it if you are in the world of Windows. So let's go back to our lovely Unix world and see what we can do. So at this stage, we know how to use Ninja. We know how to use -- build command, and now we want to force CMake to use Clang. So let's do this by simply calling, hey CMake, please create a build directory, use Ninja as a build automation tool, and also I want you to use CMake C compiler as Clang. And at this point it's not that clear, right? At this point it's not that clear whether it uses Clang or not, but we can simply go, for example, CMake -- build whatever inside the build folder and give me a more verbosity. And when I hit this, I am seeing that right away that it used Clang. It used the options that I wanted, and that it used the right GNU 11, so 11 standard 11, and everything is working fine. This is simply excellent. Great news. So okay, I want to remove this build again. Okay, and I want to do one more thing. So people are using some release builds, people are using debug builds. If you do not know and want to know what is happening here, let's try to use and say -d option and then CMake build type, CMake build type as debug, and then we just want to understand what's happening, what happens if I use this flag. So what is the debug build? So suppose that we just want to understand what is this. So it simply created that part. If we call CMake build -b, let's see what's gonna happen. As you have seen, it simply added this -g for us, which is great news. It is creating a debug build, so it is using -g. This is excellent. So it did it for us. What happens, for example, if I call CMake to create release build for me, it created, and if I create that one, this time I see that it's not using debug. It is removing all asserts, and it is making an optimization, right? It is simply calling -o2, which is great news. So it is doing what I want it to do. Excellent. So one more thing, this time I just want to enable the options, right? So let's go to from the command line. So let's go and make this part off, I made it off, but I just want to make it on from my command line. So again, I can simply control from the command line by the -D and enable warnings. Please enable warnings. Yeah, and that's what I equals on. Okay, it did it for me. So can you do it for me? Oh, this is Ninja right now. Since it says that I did it already, maybe I needed to. So it is already on, so nothing to do. It is out there. Maybe to convince you, I can simply remove inside this build directory. I can call Ninja and enable warnings on, right? And then at this point, if I call the build again, I see that, oh, this is, yeah. This is weird actually. I'm saying that please release build and then enable this warnings all. Yeah, so this is great. So I'm creating a release build, and then during this compilation process, I just want to get warnings from by the compile options -4 and -extra, which is great news. One more thing to do is, so maybe in some scripts you may be seeing some -h flag, which is an old flag and it's been replaced by -s, which is simply being used to indicate the source. For example, you may, in your bash scripts, you may want to call CMake from another directory. I say from some other directory, I can call CMake to act on some specific folder. In my case, for example, I can simply say that, hey, source files are in fact inside this directory, and everything is generated, right? To convince you, maybe I can go to the parent directory, and inside this directory, let's try to -s rough introduction to CMake. Yeah, I'm indicating from my repos folder, hey CMake, I want you to configure the files for me where this files resides inside this rapid introduction CMake folder, and then when I hit, so it did all that job for me. It is excellent. It is out there. Okay, so then I'm going to do rapid introduction CMake folder, and then let's again let's check out to, or maybe do not check out CMake --build, whatever inside the build directory. Let's see, yeah, Ninja will say there is nothing to do, and let's see, just to convince ourselves that everything is running, is good. Oh, -build driver main and hello modern CMake. Great, so CMake kept all of its promises, and we know how to use this -b command and then -d flags, and then we know how to create, debug and release builds. More than that, we have an understanding of debug and release builds. We know how to specify a specific compiler, and then we know how to enable all the warnings in different environments, and that's it. I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this one was helpful for you. Bye bye.